Okay, so let's go ahead and look at exactly why I've created this particular webinar and why LinkedIn events is something that I specifically am focusing on and have really started to see the power of. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so first of all, let's look at LinkedIn and webinars side by side. Why are these two strategies together a powerful partnership? So I'll just talk you through that right now. So first of all, it's positioning, because both position you as that expert and authority. So on LinkedIn, we know that it is a social media platform. It's for business professionals, whether you are an entrepreneur, a coach, a consultant, or whether you are a B2B, a financial advisor, an accountant, a lawyer, somebody who is in that B2B space. So it is the platform to share your expertise. Now, there's a lot of LinkedIn naysayers, including people on LinkedIn, who actually talk about how LinkedIn has become more and more like Facebook. Well, the truth is that, yes, it's become more of a personal brand elevator, but I think it's far from a Facebook. And the great thing is that LinkedIn has always been and never pretended not to be a professional platform where you can actually discuss business. And that is still the case. The great thing now, though, is that you can have more connectivity and people don't feel so intimidated to be on LinkedIn and talk about their business. Now, with webinars, how does it position you as an authority? Well, it's an evergreen platform, as in webinars have been around for decades and decades. And it's also continuously going to be used by experts to share their expertise. Now, there are different types of webinars. There are live webinars, there are marketing-led webinars, there's training webinars. So, and we've obviously seen the pandemic increase the number of webinars that are being delivered, and I'll share some of the statistics with you. Next, it's people. So look, with LinkedIn, the great thing about LinkedIn is a social networking site. So this is where you can grow your network, nurture that network, and enhance your visibility in front of the people that you believe are your right people. Okay. The second, when it comes to your webinars, where does people come into that? Well, this is an ideal way to reach your ideal prospects, especially when you combine it with LinkedIn, but also you're reaching them one to many. So what this does is it not only allows you to actually grow your LinkedIn network, where you'll be creating content. If you've done my workshops before, you know that, we talk a lot about how content is king and how connecting with people in the DMs, connecting and posting on people's comments, etc., how all of that is important to grow your network. Well, with the webinar side of things, we do two things. We grow your network on LinkedIn, but we also grow your email list. So this is a great way to hit three birds, if you like, with one stone. Third is it is one of the leading ways and leading strategies to promote your services. So obviously on LinkedIn, when you promote, there's a statistic actually, and it might come up a bit later on, but the statistic is that visibility on LinkedIn will increase buyer purchase intent by 33%. So if your clients are sitting on the fence, not quite sure yet whether you are the right person, well, just by seeing you on LinkedIn more and more, that will change. The purchase intent will increase. And so you build trust and loyal relationships on LinkedIn. And that's why it's very different from other platforms, because it's very much a professional platform where you have to nurture those relationships. It's not Facebook ads where you can promote your webinar and get leads in straight away, not knowing whether they're the right leads or not. Here it's a little bit different. And when it comes to webinars, obviously it's a strategy where they get to spend a little bit more time with you, don't you? So if there's a couple of people that don't know me very well, and there's quite a few people who do, but you now get to spend more and more time with me. So you get to spend time with me and hopefully build like, know, and trust. Or obviously the other bit where you go, actually, I don't really like her, so I'm not going to be part of her community anymore. Hopefully that won't be the case. But this is a strategy. Webinars, the more time, and it's my friend Matt Wilson who talks about this, he talks about a trust timer. The more time people spend with you, the more that they get to know, like, and trust you, and they start to believe that you are the right person for them. Daniel Priestley recently done a video where he talked about how having that connection with you and getting them to know, like, and trust you is one of 3 aspects of why people will buy from you. And so webinars is a great way to do that. And then finally, obviously, something that we all want is profit. So with LinkedIn, you can actually turn your connections into paying clients. It is considered by something like 78% of marketeers as the best platform for lead generation. So if you play the platform right, just as a whole, we're not just talking about LinkedIn events, we're just talking about LinkedIn as a platform, but you also play that platform right. LinkedIn is a platform where we can get you leads on a monthly basis, but it takes some time, some tweaking, and it's really the case with webinars as well. Your first webinar might be absolutely brilliant, but your first webinar might not. It might have had the wrong time. You might not be sure about your audience. There's so many variables, so we want to make sure we get the variables right. And so with webinars, you can actually present your irresistible offer and convert your audience into buyers. I'm going to give you some statistics as to how much webinars can actually convert your ideal clients when you run them on a regular basis.